Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are almost done with Love's Labour's Lost. We are in Act 5, Scene 2, as it is known in many versions, Act 5 as it is known in the folio, and we really only have like 2 more monologues and then we're done with this one and we move on to the next play, which is a Scottish play, and usually there's a lot of plaid involved. So today we get to hear from Rosaline and the things that are happening. The men were having a lovely time wooing the ladies, and the ladies were sort of playing along with it, and they were watching a play about the 9 worthies, and then a messenger came in and told the Princess of France that her father died, and she's like, oh crap, I have to go home. And the king is like, but before you go, tell us that you'll marry us. And yesterday she explained that that's too short of a piece of time, because the women at least are saying they weren't fully invested in this whole flirtation thing that was going on. They said that they were mostly just playing along with the guys and thought that everybody was just having fun. They didn't think that it was a serious thing. And the king's like, no, but say that you'll marry us before you leave and go back to France if you absolutely have to go now. And yesterday, her monologue, she was like, I can't make a decision that fast. So you know what? You go live in a hovel like a hermit for about a year, and then come find me. If you still want to marry me after a year's time, come find me and we'll have a chat. And the king is like, yep, done. I'll do it. I'll go, whatever you want. I will absolutely do that. So then each of the other ladies turns to their respective gent, and Rosaline says to Barone, I want you to spend the next 12 months talking to sick people. And Maria and Longueville, she says that she'll marry him. That's fine. Catherine and Dumaine, she says that if when the king comes to see the princess, now the queen, if Dumaine still wants to marry her, then she's open to that discussion as well. And then we circle back around to Rosaline and Barone. And he's like, so I'm gonna have to spend the next year like visiting sick people in hospitals? Like this is how I'm gonna prove my love to you? And she says to him, oft have I heard of you, my lord Barone, before I saw you. And the world's large tongue proclaims you for a man replete with mocks, full of comparisons and wounding flouts, which you on all estates will execute that lie within the mercy of your wit. To weed this wormwood from your fruitful brain, and therewithal to win me, if you please, without the which I am not to be won, you shall this 12-month term from day to day visit the speechless sick, and still converse with groaning wretches. And your task shall be, with all the fierce endeavor of your wit, to enforce the painted impotent to smile. So she's telling him to go be a good person. It really is what it boils down to. She's like, you know, I've heard about you, and I've heard that you're sarcastic and witty, and that you tear all kinds of people down sort of regardless of who they are. So for the next year, if you want to marry me, because if you don't do this, I'm not going to marry you. If you want to marry me for the next year, you need to visit sick people and chat with them and make them laugh. That's what you have to do. And Barone's like, wait, what? And then she's got a little more that she has to say tomorrow before we wrap things up. But yeah, I think that's kind of an interesting thing to have to do to win someone's hand in marriage, is you have to go spread joy and make other people laugh. Specifically sick people who are, you know, maybe not prone to laughing right now because they're worried about if they're gonna die today. But that's it. Yeah, it's sort of an interesting dowry that he has to pay for her. He has to make sick people laugh. Anyway, we'll get to hear a smidge more from her tomorrow, and then I'm just double checking. I think tomorrow is the last. Yeah, tomorrow's the last one. So we'll have a wrap up, and then on Friday we get new play day, where we get to talk about some Scottish people who all have Mac in their name. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for the last day of Love's Labour's Lost. Mwah.